Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
You shed a light that guides me home.
I got it.
You're my favorite.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Good morning and welcome to Iowa Central Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Andy Pollack, and in just a moment we'll have the matchup between the Williamsburg Raiders and the West Liberty Comets right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy Company. A 3A quarterfinal tilt going on this morning, set to have the first pitch here in about 15 minutes as the Williamsburg Raiders and the West Liberty Comets will battle for the second time this year, obviously with a lot more at stake this time as they get ready to go. The winner will take on the winner of the Mount Vernon and Esterville Lincoln Central game. That will be Wednesday evening tomorrow at 5 o'clock over on Kruger Seeds Field. Mount Vernon and Esterville Lincoln Central are playing right now, and I cannot quite see the score as the Williamsburg crowd is filled in and they block my view. So that's all right. There's a lot of fans, a beautiful complex, beautiful day. We'll get to about 85 degrees by the end of the day and a very, very slight breeze. And it's going to be gorgeous here at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge as we look at the matchups here a little bit today. And the story of today is youth. Both these teams are very young. You will see a couple upperclassmen play, but man, as you look at things for West Liberty, in fact, 148 of their runs this year, so about 2/3 of their runs this year have been scored by 8th graders for the Comets. And for Williamsburg, you look through their lineup and they've got juniors, freshmen, 8th graders. I mean, they're all the way through. A couple seniors on the team as well, but largely led by a big group of underclassmen. So that'll be fun to see how they all perform on the big stage here today. Williamsburg would be considered the favorite based on the seeds in this one. They are the 3 seed overall. West Liberty the 6 seed. Williamsburg comes in at 31-10 overall, and West Liberty comes in at 23-7 overall. Road to state for these teams. First of all, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the West Liberty Comets, they beat Mid-Prairie in the first round, Knoxville in the second round, and then punched their ticket to state with a 4-3 win over Davis County just over a week ago. And for Williamsburg, they beat Nevada in the first round, Sadell in the second round, and Roland Story. So they made a lot of trips around central Iowa. Actually, they wouldn't have made the trips. They would have hosted that as Williamsburg, the higher seed in this one. Williamsburg on their return trip to state as they were here just a year ago, and they've got a lot of experience back from that. So we'll take a break here, and when we come back, we will have your team introductions and starting lineups for this tournament matchup. You're watching Girls State Softball presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Welcome back. Andy Pollack here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we get ready to start with our team introductions here today. Talk a little bit about the coaches for each team. Chad Libby is the fourth-year head coach for West Liberty. He is 91-25 overall, and he has got 2 state tournament appearances. The last time they were here was in 2019. Williamsburg again back-to-back, and they're coached by Adam Birdie. He's in his 5th year at Williamsburg, and he is 131 and 62 as the umpires and the manager over there discuss things with each other. Teams are itching and ready to go. Crowd still filling in. A lot of red over to my left on the third base side, and a lot of blue over to my right on the first base side of West Liberty. So as we get ready to go, you see, I think we were waiting, not sure what we're waiting on, just waiting on the go-ahead, and they say, actually, let's go right now. So it'll be time for our team introductions, and for that, we will go to our public address announcer, Rex Baker. Actually, real quick, they will have their mound, or their plate visit here. You see Coach Birdie out there for Williamsburg in the red, and Coach Libby in his blue hat as they discuss things with their umpires, Greg Buster, Stan Schmidt, and Roger Menke. Just go over a couple ground rules, exchange the lineup cards with the umpires as they, each team likely has that already as they fill out their scorebook and get ready to go. Follow that lineup like a hawk as they will go through things here today. And they continue to discuss just if the ball goes here, this is what happens. If the ball goes there, this is what happens. And all the different ground rules here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex as we're over here on Iowa Central Field. By this time of the year, I think both coaches, everything they say probably goes in one ear and out the other, and they're just ready to play, focused on the game. Not many openings around the fence here that you may have to worry about a ball sneaking through. They take very good care of things. At both fields here, we've got, like I said, we're on the Iowa Central field. The Kruger Seeds field is over to our left, over on the third base side of things here. As I look at things, I'm right behind home plate, calling the game with a great view. And now it is time to go to Rex Baker, our public address announcer.
Comets and the Williamsburg Raiders. The winner of this game will advance to the semifinal round on Wednesday on Previous Seats Field at 5 p.m. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the visitors from West Liberty. Number 2, Rainey Esmoil. Number 5, Mackenzie Akers. Number 8, Sophie Dicey. Number 22, Paige Worling. Number 23, Ava Morrison. And number 27, Grace Evans. Assistant coaches for the Comets, Taylor Libby and Austin Creese. And now let's meet the starters for West Liberty. Leading off the shortstop, number 25, Pearson Hall. Batting second, the pitcher, number 7, Sailor Hall. Batting third, she's the catcher, number 16, Finley Hall. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 28, Janie Gingrich. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 10, Brooklyn Dicey. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 9, Isabel Morrison. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 1, Kylie Strutt. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 3, Riley Goodale. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 26, Addie Bell. Head coach of the Comets is Chad Libby. And now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Raiders. Number 3, Carly Rich. Number 4, Riley Metz. Number 5, Kaylin Spratt. Number 7, Bailey Von Ossen. Number 8, Phoenix Grip. Number 21, London Cook. Number 22, Jaden Kennebec. And number 31, Taylor Pitlick. Assistant coaches for the Raiders are Jacob Holub, Tanner Bloom, Mackenzie O'Neill, and Jill Holub. And now, starters for the Raiders. Leading off, playing center field, number 13, Shannon Finn. Batting second, playing third base, number 11, McKenna Hubbard. Batting third, the catcher, number 10, Carly Campbell. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 32, Al Ridgway. Batting fifth, the DP, number 20, Jenna Thurm. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 1, Charlotte Wiegand. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 16, Peyton Durenko. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 2, Riley Ricondo. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 27, Megan Lampert. And the flex thrower this morning, playing second base, number 12, Olivia Brown. Head coach for the Raiders is Adam Durkee. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to home plate for the introduction of our umpires for today's game, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Stan Schmidt. At third base, Roger Benke. And at the plate, calling ball for strikes, Greg Buster. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament softball.
Thank you, Rex Baker, for getting things started as always. And before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girl. You see there in Iowa County, Jared Klosterbor, and they're in Muscatine County, and we just lost it there. Thank you very much to our Iowa Farm Bureau sponsors and our local, in each local office. There we go, Michael Sexton there in Muscatine County, for their support of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union activities as we move into the game here. Williamsburg in the white on the field right now will be the home team today. On the scoreboard, Peyton Driscoll, the pitcher for the Raiders, 17-4 on the year. Very nice 1.89 earned run average for her. She was here a year ago pitching for the Raiders. And Driscoll just a sophomore. Around the infield, McKenna Hughes over at third base, Charlotte Weechin at short, Olivia Stratton at second, Elle Ridgway at first, and Carly Campbell behind the plate. Out in left field is Riley Vercondi, Shannon Finn in center, and Megan Lamperick is out in right field. As we get set to go, the lineup for West Liberty, you might hear a few names a couple times, including the first three batters are all sisters: Pearson Hall, Saylor Hall, and Finley Hall. Pearson Hall, the leadoff batter here, just an 8th grader, batting .435 on the year. She'll come up from the left-handed side of the plate as we await the first pitch from Peyton Driscoll. And it's time to play ball here from Iowa Central Field in Fort Dodge. First pitch misses just outside from Driscoll, says our home plate umpire, Greg Buster. Over at first base is Stan Schmidt. Down the third base line, 3-man crew today, Roger Menke. Bunt laid down and is going to be there at first, safe. Leadoff hit for Pearson Hall. Pushed that thing over to the first base side. Made things tough. That was a nicely placed bunt to get things started here for West Liberty. And now her sister, Saylor Hall, the junior, who bats .394. We may see another bunt from her. Some speed on the bases. Pearson Hall has 20 stolen bases on the year. Takes a hard lead over there at first. Kind of a pitch out look there from Driscoll to start things off. Players check their wristbands for the signal. And here's the 1-0. Swung on and a miss. Again, good hard lead over there from Pearson Hall at first base. She's got the Williamsburg dugout yelling that she's going each time so far. Keeps the catcher down there, Carly Campbell, on her toes for sure. 1-1 upstairs. Pickoff move back to first. That's interesting. A lot of times you won't see a first baseman come in from behind the bag, but they've got Ridgway back there playing actually quite a bit behind the bag over at first base. Don't see that very much at all. Ooh, the changeup. That is a nice looking pitch right there from Driscoll. She'll throw low 60s on her fastball, but it's her changeup. When you talk to other coaches, it's that changeup that just is deadly. It comes in at the same plane as her fastball, then drops off the table. Fastball high right there for strike 3. And she is called out. Since Pearson Hall was over on first base at the time of the pitch, it was occupied. So a couple fastballs, a changeup, and another fastball from Driscoll. Our first strikeout of the day. Hall is in there safe, though, with a stolen base at second. And the final Hall that we'll see here today, Finley Hall. Pitch misses inside for ball 1. As you can feel, that wind is coming in. It said it was going to be 4 miles an hour today. It's a little bit more than that. You might hear it in the microphone a little bit here. It's coming in straight from left field. It shouldn't affect balls a whole lot. Hit that direction. Misses that changeup upstairs. Now 2-0 the count. This is Finley Hall, like I said, one of the 3 Hall sisters. She's the one in the middle, the sophomore, and she catches for her sister Saylor and bats .386 on the year. And that pitch misses outside. It looked like it was right to the glove, and it was, as Driscoll definitely hit her spot, but Carly Campbell was set up just a little bit too far outside for Greg Buster's liking, and it's now 3-0 to Finley Hall. And that misses outside. So a hit, a strikeout, and a walk so far, and runners at first and second. It's 2 of the 3 Hall sisters as Campbell wants to go out and have a little discussion with Peyton Driscoll. Discuss where these pitches should be and where they're going to go. And Driscoll smiles, laughs it off. They both come back. A huge smile on Carly Campbell's face as well as she heads back my direction here, right behind home plate. In fact, that camera view that you're looking at right now, I'm right below it. Great view for right-handed batters. I can't see a thing on a left-handed batter. That pitch swung on, popped up into center field. Out there, Shannon Finn makes the play. Tagging is the runner, and that is going to move Pearson Hall to third base now with 2 outs. So runners in the corners for West Liberty, as that was Janie Gingrich that just flew out to center field. And this will bring up right fielder Brooklyn Bicey. Brooklyn, her sister is on the team as well, Sophie, an 8th grader. Brooklyn here is a sophomore. She bats .272 on the year with runners in the corners. Hard lead over there at first. And this will be interesting to see how Williamsburg plays it now, because a lot of times with runners at first and third, you will see that runner on second go trying to induce a throw. But with 2 outs, you might play this a little bit safer if you're West Liberty and maybe not go. And if they do go, we'll see what Carly Campbell elects to do since there are 2 outs. Change up again, that's a great pitch. Pump fake over there. Ooh, they were very close to picking Pearson Hall off a third, as McKenna Hughes had come up in front of the bag just a little bit. Couldn't quite reach back and make the tag. So Bicey now on the 0-2 count. That was another changeup right across the inside corner. Driscoll looks in, gets the signal. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Williamsburg dodges a bullet here early on. No runs off 1 hit, no Raider errors, and we'll move to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back with more softball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Welcome back, fans. Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. And I know there's been quite a few student athletes from Williamsburg over the years that have gone on and continued their careers there to play for the Dutch. Thank you to them for their support here, as always, with the IGHSAU. Sailor Hall, the pitcher for West Liberty. Hall on the year is 11-5. Splits time with Janie Gingrich in the circle. She's got a 1.78 earned run average. That first pitch to Shannon Finn is a strike. Finn is an absolute speedster. Freshman, bats .447. Has the most stolen bases I've seen on a lineup card here in the state tournament. That pitch swung on, and that is going to get under the glove. We'll see what that one's ruled, because that was a great effort by Addie Bell out at second base. And it is ruled a hit, a single for Shannon Finn. Addie Bell trying to make the diving stop, couldn't quite get to it. And Shannon Finn at first, definitely a threat to steal, as Finley Hall behind home plate points out all the signals to everybody, lets them know where to be right now on the steal. Bunt laid down and foul here by McKenna Hughes. Hughes, an 8th grader. One of a lot of 8th graders that will see action in today's game. Hughes bats .346 on the year. Has a home run. Watches that pitch, and in at second base, out, a great tag. Pearson Hall came over, tagged the hand of Shannon Finn as she tried to swipe second. as she reached over, tried to hook slide around, and Pearson put the tag right on the hand of McKenna Hughes. Score that one 2-6, and that leadoff hit is now in the dugout. That ball swung on, lined out into right field. That's going to get over the head of Brooklyn Bicey all the way to the fence. Surrounding the bases, McKenna Hughes is at second, and she's going to hold up there. And that is an extra base hit brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Kruger Seeds is your local seeds dealer. Visit KrugerSeed.com today. So McKenna Hughes in safe at second. And I'm sure the Raider fans would like to have that base runner back from Shannon Finn. This will bring up catcher Carly Campbell. If you like alliteration, you'll like that one. Senior catcher batting .328 on the year. Campbell also leads this Raider squad, has the second most home runs on the Raider squad with 5. McKenna Hughes out at second. Sailor Hall dealing with her first base runner in scoring position here today in the bottom of the first. That pitch swung on. That's also lined out to right field. That's going to get over the head of Bicey. And rounding the bases, see if they elect to send Hughes home. And they do. And she's safe at home base. So Carly Campbell trades places with McKenna Hughes, and Williamsburg draws first blood here today. Another Kruger Seeds extra base hit. And now we've got our first IMT substitution today. A courtesy runner in for the Raiders. That'll be Riley Metz in to run for the catcher, Carly Campbell. Brought to you by IMT Insurance. You can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. And El Ridgeway comes up now, has a chance to really put some pressure on West Liberty early on. Ridgeway, the cleanup batter, bats .430 and has 12 home runs on the season to go along with 52 runs batted in as she watches that first pitch at the knees for a strike. 3 hits here early on for Williamsburg. 0-1. That's on the inside corner, strike 2. So quickly ahead in the count is Sailor Hall. See what her punch-out pitch is here. Sailor Hall not wearing a face mask. As that pitch is upstairs, you see a lot of pitchers here at the tournament and all throughout the year will have a face mask on, but she's got confidence in her glove abilities there and her pitching abilities. 1-2 the count now to Ridgeway. Rips that one over into the media area as they're watching things through the cameras over there. Fancy footwork. Not sure what stations those are over there. I can't tell from this distance. They're just out into the outfield. A duck snored away from me. Can't quite see that like my eyes used to. 1-2. Swung on and ripped up the middle. That's probably going to score another. Here comes Campbell around. Riley Metz comes around to score, and she's there. And Williamsburg now with 4 hits in the first inning. So Ridgeway knocks in Riley Metz. That run represented Carly Campbell. And there's going to be a pinch runner in the game right now as they're going to take advantage of this with Phoenix Grip in the game to run. She can do that once. Going to have it happen right now. And you'll expect Ridgeway to re-enter the game. Big start here for the Raiders. Comets just trying to get an out. 2-0 lead, but 4 hits. They're all over pitcher Sailor Hall here early on. And this brings up Jenna Thurm. Thurm, sophomore, bats .300. She's a designated player today, so she will just hit. You see a great view from our outfield camera. Our streams have very much evolved over the last 5 years. That pitch misses outside, framed nicely in there by Finley Hall, but just a little bit too far outside. And now it's 2-0. We'll have all the games for you, all the championship bracket games here for you on the IGHSAU digital network. That pitch catches the inside corner. She's been very good on that inside corner as Hall. Today's 3A games, 4A this afternoon, and then 5A tonight. And you'll see a lot of fans here tonight. Hometown favorite, Fort Dodge, will be playing in the late game. Change up in the dirt. Fort Dodge, the overall 1 seed in Class 5A, and they always support their softball. They will have a lot of fans here. Great crowd here this morning so far, a boisterous crowd. As these two teams, like I mentioned, played each other earlier in the year. As that pitch upstairs, a little chin music, and that's going to draw the walk for Jenna Thurm. Going to move Phoenix Grip to second. And now the Hall sisters, Saylor and Finley, going to have a little discussion out there in the circle. Saylor, the older of those two, and then Pearson, their youngest sister, is out there at shortstop. Fun for them to be playing here together at the state tournament. And now Charlotte Weechin, the shortstop, is up to bat for Williamsburg. Weechin bats .333. She could really open this game up right now. So all the batters so far have reached base for Williamsburg. Weechin watches that first pitch on the inside corner. Hall has been very good working on the inside. She might want to keep things there. She's had a few balls hit hard to right field so far. Here's the 0-1. Goes inside again. I like that decision, though. Shannon Finn reached right away. She's one of the 4 hits that Williamsburg has, but she was thrown out. And after that, every batter has got on base. That pitch misses downstairs. Peyton Driscoll, the pitcher, waits on deck. And she's got 4 home runs on the year. 2-1 the count. That pitch is in the dirt. Now we've seen so far in this tournament on 3-1 counts, some of the batters that don't have huge driving power will elect a bunt in that situation. Here's a 3-1. That is not a bunt. That is slapped right up the middle. Another run going to come around to score. This is Grip coming in to score. And heading to second base is out as she tried to stretch her single into a double was Weechin, and that's a big out right now there too because they've had both their outs happen on the bases. Has Williamsburg, but they do get 3 runs. And I know they're very aggressive on the bases, extremely aggressive. And it's told, sometimes it pays off, but they like to think that throughout the course of a game it'll wear on the defense, force them to make some bad decisions. So Weechin thrown out there at second. Jenna Thurm is over there at third base now. And that ball is ripped fair down the left field line by Peyton Driscoll. Another run comes across. Four to nothing here, Williamsburg early on. Every batter has reached base. And now another IMT substitution, a courtesy run over there at first base for the pitcher, Driscoll. That is going to be Carly Rich. So a huge start for the Raiders here. This is Riley Vercondi, the left fielder. So Vercondi, as I get to learn a little bit more about this Williamsburg squad, actually a wrestler. Found out about that as girls wrestling has started to become much more popular here in Iowa. Vercondi here today, though, has softball on the mind. The junior left fielder bats .336, and she's got a runner out there on base for her. That is Carly Rich. As the Raiders have pounded out 6 first inning hits so far. It's Vercondi. Waits her chance as we get all the signals that happen up to the press box in each respective dugout for these courtesy runner situation. Here's the pitch from Saylor Hall. That missed outside. She's been very good on that inside part of the plate, and for the first time, a hitter took her the other way with Peyton Driscoll as she ripped that down the line. Here's the 1-0. That's inside, just a little too far that time. Another Chamber of Commerce type day here in Fort Dodge. That pitch swing and a miss. They try for the pickoff over there at first as Isabel Morrison doesn't quite get the tag on. Kylie Struck over there at third. Pearson Hall at short. Addie Bell at second. Finley Hall, like I said, behind the plate. Pitch is way outside. Riley Goodale out in left field. Janie Gingrich in center. And Brooklyn Bicey is in right for the West Liberty Comets. Pitch is in the dirt, and the streak continues. And this will be the 9th batter that Williamsburg has sent to the plate in this inning. Every single one of them has reached base safely, just having 2 thrown out on the bases so far. So Megan Lemperic up to bat. Lemperic trying to keep this streak going. The senior bats .206. First pitch is a strike from Sailor Hall. All Raiders here early on. That pitch is dead off the bat, goes to Addie Bell, throws it over to Isabel Morrison for the out. And West Liberty finally gets out of the inning. They'll be happy to get back up to the bats, try to get a few more back. We'll be right back with more softball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops, and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Welcome back to Iowa Central Field here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Another Chamber of Commerce type day. Man, yesterday was just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful night for Atlantic and Anamosa to play 11 innings here late into the evening. Game got over just after 11 o'clock. And thanks to our great Central Iowa Sports Network staff, who this week becomes the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union staff, or the digital network staff, to bring these games to you here on YouTube. This is Isabel Morrison up, and she lines it over there in a great play made by Charlotte Weechin for out number 1. And this will bring up third baseman Kylie Struck, the sophomore, bats .247 on the year. The righty waits the pitch from Peyton Driscoll. Goes with a changeup right away, and man, hearing coaches talk about that changeup, they're right. That's a wicked-looking pitch as I look at it coming straight at me. Looks like it's coming in hot and then drops off the table. Comes back with a fastball in the exact same spot. So throws a changeup on that plane in that spot, drops off the table, and comes back with that upper 50s, low 60s fastball right there as well. 0-2 delivery. Swung on and popped out of play. Into the nets. See more and more complexes using those. It provides a great point of view for all the fans to watch the game from. Get a nice true hop off there for the catcher on a pass ball. Starting to see more and more of those at fields all over the state. 0-2, the changeup. Strikes her out. Third strikeout of the day for Peyton Driscoll. And right now she is in complete control in that circle, and it allows you to maybe experiment with a few more pitches at this point right now too, when your team has already put up 4 runs in the bottom of the first. She goes the fastball right down the middle, strike 1. This is Riley Goodale that is up right now, sophomore outfielder, bats .328. Goodale in left field today. Goes to the off speed. I'm not sure I'd call it a changeup there. Didn't quite have the same bite as her normal fastball. Didn't see any movement on it. Might have been trying to come in with a curve. No, that's a pitch they continue to improve on. Here's the 0-2 upstairs, fouled off. Little check swing there from Riley Goodale. Just enough to get a bat on it. That wind continues to provide a very nice breeze here today. It is just a beautiful, beautiful day here. Just north of Fort Dodge. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, and that is popped up right there to Weechin, and she makes the play, her second of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for West Liberty. We'll be back with the Williamsburg half of the second right after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to the top of the order with the Williamsburg Raiders here. Shannon Finn leading things off. She had a single in her first at-bat, and that's going to be another one. That may be extra bases as Finn rounds first. She's going to head to second, and that'll be another Kruger Seeds extra base hit. Great camera work up there. So Finn led off, and keep in mind, Finn, just a freshman. She led off the first inning, the game with a hit as well, and then does a double, got thrown on the bases. Here she is in safe at second. That pitch comes in just above the belt for strike one to McKenna Hughes. Hughes had a double in her first at-bat today. So Williamsburg making full use of the right side of this field here. Bunt showed, she pulls back, it sneaks away, and we're going to be in there on a pass ball. Shannon Finn moves on to third base. And just like that, Williamsburg is dealing once again. Raiders came here fired up and ready to go today. Here's the 1-1. And it caught her. Hit her elbow. Greg Buster right there on top of it. And so was our director back there, Justin. I heard it in my ear right away. Oh, it hit her. He could see that a lot better than I could. Great camera views here today. High definition here. Experienced crew bringing all the action to you. You see a good shot of Hughes over there at first. This will bring up Carly Campbell, who had a double in her first at-bat. A little delayed steal here on the defensive indifference as Hughes moves to second base. And now runners at second and third in scoring position for Campbell. 8 of the 9 Williamsburg batters reached safely in the first inning as that ball fouled off over into the bullpen in right field. Campbell, talked about her first time up the bat today, catcher. That's .328 on the year. That pitch is inside, popped up. Is that going to stay in play? Almost caught over there, right underneath our camera. Great effort by Kylie Struck. Just ran out of room, and at this time of day, looking right up into the sunshine over there as well. So Campbell gets new life here at 0-2. Runners on second and third. Nice snag over there by Struck. Run's going to score, but thrown out at first is Carly Campbell, and run number 5 comes across for the Raiders. McKenna Hughes advances to third. And this brings up Ridgeway. Again, 12 home runs on the year for Ridgeway. Bats .430, and she had a single out into right field in her first at-bat. Bounces that one, almost might have went off her foot. She appears to be walking just fine. 1-1. Excuse me, 0-1. Looking at the wrong column on the scoreboard. Is Ridgeway there showing bunt. Fouled it off. 0-2 now to Ridgeway. Waiting the pitch from Saylor Hall. Goes upstairs. That ball is flown out there foul in left field. Tagging up though and coming home is going to be Hughes, and she's safe at home. So the sacrifice fly from El Ridgeway. Scores Hughes. And Williamsburg moves on to a crooked number here in the second. Jenna Thurm will be up. Thurm walked in the first inning, part of every batter in the Williamsburg lineup getting up to the plate. She also scored a run. Watches that first pitch on the inside. Corner for strike one. And that pitch comes right down the middle. Had some spin on it, never really went anywhere. I think she was expecting it to. And now 0-2. Saylor Hall has not been able to get this deep on a lot of batters. Comes with the chin music on the 0-2 pitch. Now 1-2. Inside corner, strike three. And Saylor Hall gets her first strikeout of the day. We'll be right back with more softball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here at Iowa Central Field as West Liberty heads to the top of the third, trying to get back in this one. It has been all Williamsburg Raiders so far as Coach Chad Libby encourages his team right now to hit the ball. They're going to lead off with their number 9 batter, Addie Bell. Bell, an 8th grader, bats 186 on the year. That first pitch is going to be flown back over there, a little floater to Peyton Driscoll, who makes the first play. Back to the top of the order with Pearson Hall. Hall led off the game with a hit, little bunt. Outran the throw to first as Driscoll comes back with a changeup. Pitch is popped up and diving effort and caught. What an outstanding play by Carly Campbell. She was 15 feet down the third baseline, full extension. All smiles there. Wow, Carly Campbell, what a play for the Raiders. And that'll bring up Sailor Hall, the pitcher, struck out in her first at-bat here today. Leading off with a fastball inside for ball one. Man, what a play by Carly Campbell. That pitch across the inside corner. Pitch up the middle. Nice play coming over Olivia Stratton. Can't quite hang on to it. It got knocked off the glove of Peyton Driscoll. Went off that and forced Stratton to adjust. And pretty much anytime it goes off that pitcher's glove, they're going to rule it a hit, and they do here. So the second hit of the morning for West Liberty. Stratton kind of had to redirect as she was making her way over towards second base. Instinctively, though, Driscoll reaches that bat up, and now West Liberty with a runner on and 2 outs. That ball flown into center field. Shannon Finn goes way back and makes the play out in center field. Some good defense behind Peyton Driscoll there. We'll be right back with more softball here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back. You see everybody warming up here, getting ready to start this inning. It is West Liberty on the field. And fans, we just want to let you know that official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Get your phones out, get your computers out, whatever you check the internet on. Go to IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Speaking of style, I've got the play-by-play guy for the next game, Dar Danielson, here beside me. You know, here at these tournaments, they evaluate the umpires with the much older guys that have been around for a while, and so we also do that with us younger, much better-looking play-by-play guys. We get evaluated by the older guys here as well. So Dar here evaluating me today as he takes advantage of an ice-cold diet dew as well. So we get set here behind home plate for the Williamsburg half of the third. This is Janie Gingrich. She flew out to center, got to flip my page here to the Williamsburg side of things. This is Charlotte Weechin up to bat now. I get all flustered when I get the veterans in here beside me. That pitch is swung on over there to Struck. Struck gets a glove on it and fires it across and still makes the play. Good job by Kylie Struck to stick with it. So the second time through the order, Sailor Hall has got a lot more playable pitches. And Peyton Driscoll, who's 1 for 1 on the day, steps up now. And right before the pitch, a little moth flew in front of Peyton Driscoll. It caught my eye, and I don't know how they don't get distracted by that. It just fluttered right through the whole thing. I don't know if you could see that on the screen or not, but it was right at eye level. In fact, I thought for a second a ball flew onto the field. I'm so used to that from some of the other complexes that I watch games at throughout the year. 0-1 the pitch. Driscoll. Cross there to Pearson Hall. Pearson Hall throws it across to Isabel Morrison for out number 2. And that'll bring up Riley Vercondi. Vercondi, no official at-bats here today as she walked in her first at-bat in the first inning. Upstairs that first pitch for ball 1. Comes back with a changeup that misses upstairs as well. they're trying to induce a fly out here from Vercondi. Checks for the sign. It's down to her coach down there at first base, Adam Birdie. And that pitch misses inside, and Vercondi draws her second walk of the day. Just looking at Vercondi up there, a very aggressive stance, and knowing her wrestling background, I can't imagine she likes seeing so few pitches to hit. So bring out Megan Lamperick. 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to second base her first time up. That ball doesn't get past the glove of Pearson Hall. She makes a nice play. Coming on over, and it was 4 up, 3 down. West Liberty getting better as they continue to work their way through the Williamsburg order. We'll be back with the top of the 4th right after this.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength.
Good shot of the boisterous Williamsburg crowd here today. They're excited. Their team's been on fire from the beginning. Got off the bus ready to roll. They lead 6-0 here as we head to the top of the 4th. West Liberty starting to get the bat on the ball a little bit more. This is Janie Gingrich leading things off, the center fielder. That pitch over there to Olivia Stratton. Goes over to Ridgway to make the play, out number 1. Had some quick half innings, and this one is certainly on pace to be that. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Brooklyn Bicey, who struck out in her first at-bat. Let me tell you what, in a state tournament where you're playing another game tomorrow, if you can get out of here like Driscoll has so far with throwing not many pitches at all, that helps that shoulder a bunch. Comes back with a changeup. That's a beautiful looking pitch. That looked like it was going to be high, and it dropped down into the zone at the last second. The changeup is all it was cracked up to be. Comes back with a fastball, popped up high, fly ball. And coming over from left field to make the play is Vercondi. Called off Finn, makes the play. Vercondi, tired of walking on the base paths today, wants to get involved in the action out there in left field. And that'll bring up Isabel Morrison. Morrison lined out to Charlotte Weechin at shortstop in her first at-bat today. Change up again. A little smirk out there in the circle from Driscoll after that pitch landed in there for a strike. That is a fun pitch to watch. Comes back with a fastball over there, making the play off the hop. Nice backhand by Stratton to flip it to Ridgway for the out. And Driscoll is having plays made behind her. We move to the bottom of the 4th. It's all Williamsburg so far this morning.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
Good shot there of Sailor Hall there in the circle for West Liberty. Back to the top of the order, though, for Williamsburg here in the bottom of the fourth with Shannon Finn, who is 2 for 2 on the day. She's got a double. And she pops that one up, just foul over there again into the media area over there. So they've got a media area inside the fence, so cameramen and women don't have to shoot through the fence. They can be out in the field of play. It's got a circle around it. I believe when the ball rolls into that, it is considered a dead ball. But several cameras out there throughout the course of the tournament. 0-1 swing and a miss. You don't see too many of those out of Shannon Finn. This leadoff batter bats .447, and that was coming into today. She's 2 for 2 today, so that's gone up. Speedster as well. 0-2 the count. And puts that one in the gap again. 3 for 3 on the day for Shannon Finn. Doing her job from the leadoff spot. And now McKenna Hughes, who is 1 for 1. Hughes was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Grazed her elbow. Watches that pitch upstairs for ball 1. Way outside, but goes after it, does Hughes. Ball tailing away from her there. A little curveball action. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. 8 hits for Williamsburg today. Bunt gets laid down. Perfect bunt back over there as Hughes hustles down. Going to get the thrown out, though, over there as Kylie Struck came charging in from her third base spot, made the play. Threw it over to Morrison. But the sacrifice moves Finn down, over to second base. And this will bring up Carly Campbell, who had an outstanding web gem of a catch a couple innings ago from her catcher spot. That pitch misses just below the knees. And I mean absolute web gem, full extension down the third base line to catch a foul ball. Swings on that one, pops it up into right field, and that's actually going to drop in front of Brooklyn Bicey. Stumbled a little bit as she started to come in to make the play, and another hit for Carly Campbell. And now Elle Ridgway up. Ridgway 1 for 1 on the day. Campbell gets her courtesy runner in there with Riley Metz. Another IMT substitution there. Metz, sophomore. Has 20 stolen bases on the year. And now they have to be careful pitching to Elle Ridgway in her 12 home runs. Runner goes. And she's going to get the defensive indifference there to second base. Inside corner, that's a good spot to pitch Campbell. Oh, I thought he called a strike. Okay, that's 2-0. Okay, there it is, 1-1. Okay, yes, he did call that a strike. Scoreboard showed 2-0. Have to verify that. Ball hacked over there right at Coach Birdie for Williamsburg. And now it's 1-2 to Ridgway. Swinging and fouls it off. Back into the on-deck circle. Waiting back there is Thurm. And now 1-2 again. That one goes off the hands. Again, over into the media area there with the cameras. Ridgway trying to create a quality at bat out of this. She can get into her 6th pitch. 1-2 again. Tries a different spot. Been working inside on her quite a bit. Tries to go outside, watches that for ball. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That ball is hammered high underneath. It's going to be Gingrich in center. Set up to tag up and zooming home. We have a play possibility at the plate and safe at home. Throw over to third, and we've got a pickle situation. Struck. Throws it up there to Addie Bell, who comes across from second and makes the play. So the aggressive base running today has knocked Williamsburg off the bases a couple times, but they've got plenty of runs to show for it. 7-0 as we head to the top of the fifth.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
The 7, 8, 9 batters for West Liberty coming up as you get a shot at the bleacher bums out there. Those sections of bleachers all over the outfield probably hold about 30 fans or so. Just part of the experience, the atmosphere here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex. The ball hacked up the middle. Oh, backhand knocks it down. Nice play by El Ridgway. Knocks it down. Didn't glove it cleanly, but that's all she needed when you're standing right by first base. And that brings up Riley Goodale. Goodale flew out over there to Charlotte Weechin at shortstop in her first at-bat. Campbell set up quite a bit outside. Nine hits for Williamsburg, couple for West Liberty. Changeup comes in again for a strike. I could watch that pitch all day long. Become a big fan of softball throughout the course of this year, watching my 4 daughters all play, traveling all over the Midwest, and get to culminate it here. Oh, nice bunt laid down, but coming over, Driscoll fires it over to Ridgway for the out. Had a chance to watch well over 200 softball games just this year, since about end of March with the club scene, and then high school ball, and it is awesome to culminate the season coming up here to Fort Dodge and watch these games with the crowds that they've got. You just don't get an atmosphere like this in club ball for sure. Hometown pride on the line. Is that first pitch a strike? Peyton Driscoll has one of the best changeups I've seen throughout the course of this season. 0-1 the count. Comes back with that changeup, and that's going to miss just outside to Addie Bell. It just freezes the hitters. It comes in looking just like a fastball. Oh, and not to mention she throws her fastball in the low 60s. Comes back with it on the inside corner. One and two the count. Comes back with a little curveball action. Didn't get much tail out of it. 2-2-2. This is where the kids will shake. I love it. I was taught that a long time ago. Shake what you got on the 2-2-2. Here's the pitch from Driscoll. The drop ball. Have not seen many of those throughout the course of the day. It drops off the table, coming in hot. Driscoll gets her third strikeout of the day. And we move to the bottom of the fifth. Williamsburg in control.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops, and drops. Des Moines is a city of love, that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
And right away, first pitch hammered out into right field and caught by Brooklyn Bisey. But fans, we want to let you know right now about Central College, one of our great supporters. As a reminder, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. That was Jenna Thurm on the fly out to start, and this is Charlotte Weechin up to bat right now. She is 1 for 2 this morning. And that's a little flare up there, and a diving catch can't quite be made. Pearson Hall couldn't quite make the play, had it in her glove. And that is quickly ruled the 10th hit of the day. Weechin becomes 2 for 3. And now Peyton Driscoll, the pitcher, who has been playing around to the left side of that infield so far here today. Pitch is in the dirt, and that's going to send Thurm to second base. And Driscoll will now look at a 1-0 pitch. Weechin at second, and the walk-off run right now is currently in the on-deck circle. That ball's popped up and drops over there. Another great effort. Those two are lucky they didn't run into each other. Everybody appears to be okay. That's a hard slide on this surface here at Fort Dodge. It's a very true surface for fielding ground balls off of, but man, when you slide on it, it's different. It is a crushed red, I don't know what you'd call it, a lava rock or something similar to crushed red brick. All right, there we go. It is crushed down pretty fine, but it is just a different experience to slide on it, but does provide for very true hops. 1-1 pitch lined into the outfield. That is going to bring around Weechin to score, and in there, Peyton Driscoll helping her own cause here, pushes across the 8th run of the day. And a strong contender for our Casey's player of the game. And we'll have a IMT substitution as Carly Rich comes in to run for Driscoll. And that'll bring up Riley Vercondi, who's itching to get a hit here today, wants to make some contact with the ball. She's officially 0 for 0, 2 walks. Pitch way outside. Another great day here in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Pitch upstairs. Back in there safe after the pickoff attempt. Finley Hall tried to fire it down to Morrison, not quite in time to pick off Rich. Here's the 2-0 to Vercondi. Inside. Oh, we called a strike on that one. So now 1-2. Swings that one over to Pearson Hall. Hall throws across to Morrison for the out. But that does move the base runner forward as Rich moves to second. And that'll bring up Megan Lemperick. Lemperick 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to second and a fly out to short. As Hall goes with a changeup inside with that first pitch. Now 2-0. That pitch misses inside as well. Outside 3-0. Well, and this is where the danger zone begins because Flampera can get on base. She represents the walk-off run for Williamsburg in a 10-run rule game now that we're in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch comes down the middle, and because waiting up to bat right now is Shannon Finn, who's 3 for 3 on the day. Freshman. Another strong contender for Casey's player of the game for Williamsburg. 3-1. Swung on and fouled over there. Barehanding it. Coach Birdie. Now a full count to Lamperic. In the dirt and set a hitter in the box. Out right away on top of that is Greg Buster. And a full count pitch once again from Sailor Hall. Swung on and lined out into left field, and that's going to be another hit. Another run comes around to score, and now 9-0. Megan Lamperic, her first hit of the day. Back to the top of the order with Shannon Finn. Going to get a pinch runner situation. Bailey Von Assen. Von Assen in there with an IMT substitution. And with Finn up now, she can end the game as Von Assen represents the walk-off run for the Raiders. Normally games are 7 innings, but they'll call it at 12 after 3 or 10 after 5. Oh, a great stab. What a play by Kylie Struck at third base. What a play. Williamsburg might light some fire in there. West Liberty might light some fire in their bats as we head to the top of the 6th right after this.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
So West Liberty will lead things off with 1-2-3, the Hall sisters. Pearson, Saylor, and Finley here to start the top of the 6th. And we've seen some big innings and some late game comebacks so far in this tournament. Sigourney yesterday ended the game. They were down by a lot heading into the last inning. They were able to come back and make it a very interesting game. Drew a lot of eyeballs from spectators on other fields here. And now Pearson Hall leading things off. Peyton Driscoll in the circle has been so good today here for Williamsburg. Here's the 1-0. And that just misses outside. Brings it back up and in on Pearson Hall. And Driscoll has not walked a batter yet today. I'm not sure we've seen a 3-0 situation. First walk of the day issued by Peyton Driscoll. And Saylor Hall, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Hall has been pitching for West Liberty with her sister Pearson on first. Ooh, that pitch was right in my face. Veteran To my right, Dar Danielson does not move. He's been in this position before. And it's now 0-1. Fastball coming in on the inside, strike 2. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Peyton Driscoll, Sailor Hall. She squares things up. The changeup gets a glove on it over there to McKenna Hughes. Hughes throws it across to El Ridgway for the out. Try to throw back and maybe pick off Pearson Hall. They're not able to do it, but a nice play made over there by Hughes and Ridgway for out 1. And now Finley Hall up to bat. The ball popped up in the infield. Looks like Weechin. Nope, going to get called off by Driscoll. And after the leadoff walk, 2 quick outs, and we're up to Janie Gingrich in the order, the cleanup batter for the Comets. Gingrich trying to push a run across for West Liberty. Driscoll misses with the off speed on the first pitch of the at-bat. The ball fouled off over there as Ridgway gives chase up against the West Liberty dugout. And that evens up the count at 1 apiece. See, the winner of this game will play the winner of the 2-7 game that I'm guessing is done right now, Mount Vernon and Esterville Lincoln Central. That game will be tomorrow afternoon over on Kruger Seeds Field, actually tomorrow at 5 o'clock. See if I can get that score to you here before we get off the air today. That pitch popped up over there towards right field, and that's going to get out of play as well. As you saw, Ridgway giving chase. There's 6 innings in over at the other game, and it is the Mustangs over the Midgets 7-0. And have our first hit batsman here for West Liberty. Gingrich takes that one, wears it. And now Bicey for West Liberty trying to keep things going here in the top of the 6th. Most base runners that they've had since the first inning. Pitch swung on, popped up into right center field. Over to get it is Lamperic, who makes the play. As routine as can be, and we move to the bottom of the 6th. Williamsburg, 1 run away from tomorrow's semifinals.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Williamsburg will try to end this game with Hughes, Campbell, and Ridgway up to bat. This part of the order has produced runs every time they've been up today. And a nice stop made by Struck. Fires it across for the first out to Isabel Morrison. So Struck has done a very nice job over there at third base today for the Comets. I don't believe either team has an error. I don't have them for any. The scoreboard shows none for West Liberty, and I can't see Williamsburg, but I don't believe either team has had one today. Very cleanly played game. It's Carly Campbell. Watches that first pitch outside. Confirmation there. Yeah, neither team does have an error today. First time I've seen that at this tournament. The game of softball just happens so fast. There's no time to think twice about your decision. Can force girls into some bad plays, but that has not happened here today with these very young teams. Pitch swung on and missed by Campbell. 2-1 now the count. Watches that pitch upstairs now. 3-1. Campbell has 5 home runs on the year. She might be thinking about one of those right now on the 3-1 count. Inside, and that is the walk-off run that just went down to first base. And Riley Metz will come in to run for Campbell again today. Metz has been able to score a run for her. Been out there a couple times. Campbell, though, are defensive calls behind home plate. I haven't noticed if they're looking over to get the calls from Coach Birdie in the dugout, but defensively she's been great behind home plate. That pitch swung on, and that is a fair ball lined out into left field. And Metz is going to wait there at second base. Nice hit out there by Ridgway. She becomes 2 for 2 on the day. Couple sacrifices as well. And now they may substitute in someone for her. They can do it again, but they'd have to stay. She's already used her re-entry. She will stay in there at first base. And now Jenna Thurm, who's officially 0 for 2 on the day. She's got a walk. Watches that first pitch low. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Caught tailing back in, a little bit of a screwball look there from Sailor Hall. The 1-1. Goes back inside again. 1-2 the count now to Thurm. That ball fouled off. Thurm battles. On this field, next game is Carlisle, who I've seen a couple times this year, against Boone. So that would explain why our Central Iowa media started to fill their way in here. That pitch misses inside. Another Central Iowa team winner set. The overall 1 seed in Class 4A will be playing Oskaloosa starting here shortly on the field behind us. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The curveball. And that'll bring up Charlotte Weechin. Weechin 2 for 3 on the day. Pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. That pitch lined up the middle, and that will end it. Is coming around here to score. So Riley Metz comes around to score, and Charlotte Weechin ends her day 3 for 4. And the 10-run rule here in the bottom of the 5th moves Williamsburg on to the semifinals tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Kruger Seeds Field. And that game will be here as well on the IGHSAU digital network.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
LL. And we're back, fans. A 10-0 win here from Williamsburg will move them on to tomorrow's 3A semifinals, and they will play against Mount Vernon, who won 7-0 today. The game just got over as well, over on Kruger Seeds Field. But here is Williamsburg 10-0 in 6 innings as they move on, like I said, to a game that will be played tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Right back here in fans, Casey's General Stores is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and today's player of the game. Casey's at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for new Casey's Rewards, a rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's Cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. So today's player of the game is going to be pitcher Peyton Driscoll for Williamsburg. All Driscoll did was allow just 2 infield hits. She did have some outstanding help behind her. The entire Williamsburg defense was great, played error-free. In fact, even West Liberty played error-free in the game today, but Peyton Driscoll also helped her own cause, went 2 for 3 at the plate, and that's why she is named today's Casey's player of the game. So thank you to Justin for directing things, Hannah on the camera. You guys were outstanding today. That is going to do it for my time here behind home plate at the state tournament. It's been awesome to be up here in Fort Dodge once again, bring you all the action. If you want to close your browser out here shortly, open it back up. Dar Danielson will be here with a 4A game between Carlisle and Boone. That game's set to have the first pitch at 1:30, and we'll be on time. Last night ended late because they went to 11, but we were on time throughout the entire day, which is always a great deal here at Fort Dodge. For everyone here at the Central Iowa Sports Network, the IGHSAU Digital Network, thanks for watching, and tune back in here shortly.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No,